Hello YouTube, this is Ken Apocalypse, and today I'm going to discuss this TV, which is kind of a little bit of a throwback, but the reason I want to show you this TV, which is the Samsung Q80R from 2019, is this has closer specs to, equal to actually, the new Q85 that's coming out with Samsung. Now, as you recall last year, the numbers kind of went down. Like the Q80 T from this 2020 was more equivalent to the Q70R from the year before. The Q70 this went to the Q60, and in some aspects the Q90T was closer to the Q80R. The only thing that they added was honestly a 2.1 HDMI port. They only added one. This TV actually still has variable refresh rate, FreeSync, and the gaming goodies that you want. And first, I'm showing you this. I'm showing you the reflection. That's a lamp I got on in the background, and it handles reflections quite well. And then when you turn on, I'm going to tell you what, this is a very, very, very bright TV. Of course, it's got the spectrum map, which is on Roku. They're not having it right now, but on Samsung, it's actually Samsung actually has a contract with Spectrum, so that's why it's on their TVs. But anyway, let's excuse me. Let's go to. Oh, I want to show something good. Ooh, this is good. Okay, in game. This is probably one the crispest, brightest TVs that I've had, other than the TCL 8 series. And this, I'm not going to, let's see here. I don't want to catch a copyright, so I'm going to go back a little bit here. Okay, let's go right here and stop. Okay, you can see Tony Stark's face. You see how bright and brilliant this is. It's actually, believe this or not, I'm using my new Galaxy Note 20 along with this Samsung. And the picture I'm actually seeing in the camera is actually an exact duplicate of what I'm seeing on the screen. The black levels are great. There's that lamp over there, but that's a completely black area. But you see how it's not taking over the TV, like it doesn't have the glare. But the black levels, like over here behind him, are not so black that you can't see that that's a seat behind him. Um, Same thing over here. His hair looks great. You see every little blood vessel in his eye. I mean, I don't know how actual detailed. I'm shooting this in 4K at 60 frames per second. I'm trying to utilize the power of the Note 20, but I'm not sure when I upload it, because I use KineMaster, if it's going to, you know, dumb it down a little bit. I hope not. But you can see every little pore in his face. This TV is beautiful. I'm not going to lie one bit. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. The black levels are just fascinating, and the brightness on it is even better. I mean, I like OLEDs, and you OLED lovers out there, don't knock it. I like OLEDs. Okay, they're not the brightest picture, but I like the detail and stuff in them. This is the closest TV that I've seen come close to it, besides the TCL 825. Um, it's the closest I've seen come to it, to an OLED in black levels. But the thing is, it's got black levels that are great, but it's got brightness, which makes it even better. Oh, let me get to, this is one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite scenes to show, where they're in the desert And right there, I mean, that is that is gorgeous. It is bright. It's colorful. Um, it is very detailed, high contrast. It just it blows me away. It's just it's hard to explain to someone over a video. If I could bring you into my home and show you this TV, I could talk a lot better about it. Yeah, no. Um, see another one here. Another one I do like to show is this one, Transformers: The Last Night, which was actually shot in 8K.
Man, shut it.
And let's see here. I'm going to stop it for a second. Then I'm going to go. Yeah, why is she here? And I'm going to stop and go. I'm hoping. Let's see here. That is beautiful. Okay. You see the luscious green there? It is just as beautiful in person as it is on the camera. Sometimes when you use a camera, it makes it look brighter, more colorful. But what you're seeing on my video is the exact representation that's showing on the TV. Let's see if I can. Now that don't look good. For some reason, I guess where it's not actually playing, it doesn't have the color and stuff that it should. Okay, there's a specific part. It's like, let's see if I can. I hate you. All right. Oh, I got that stopped perfectly. Okay. Look at this picture. Look how detailed this picture is. From the blue in his eye, sitting there glowing, to the sheen on his on the hood or his chest, the details that you have down here in his gears and or his abdomen, whatever you want to call it. But then look at this. This is like beautiful green, and it's not overblown. It's really not. It's just it's just beautiful. This TV does a remarkable job with black levels, color, detail. It's it's worth revisiting. If you have a chance to pick one of these up, do it. And I picked this up really cheap. I ain't gonna tell you how cheap, but I pretty much stole it. I didn't really steal it, but you know what I'm saying. But if you can find one of these for under $1,500, you're doing good. Because if you go on to Samsung's website, the 65-inch version of this TV, which I have right here, on Samsung's website is still $2,600. I don't know why. It's Samsung, I guess. But you go to the 55-inch, I think it's like 14 something. But I guess where this one is better than the 2020 version. It's a lot brighter, a lot crisper. The motion seems to be a lot better to me, and it's equivalent to the 2021 version of this same exact TV, the Q85. It's a Q something 85. I'm just not sure exact the other letter, but it's a Q85 Samsung QLED, and this thing it peaks out at 1700 nits. That is in vivid, of course. I like you see here, I like my picture bright and crisp and colorful. So I leave my stuff on vivid. I might tone a couple things down a little bit, but other than that, I mean, it's spectacular looking. Gaming on this, I am yet to hook up the PS5 or the Xbox Series X to it, but it does have VRR. It has variable refresh rate. Like I said before, it's got FreeSync. It'll do 4K at 120 frames per second on some things. Well, you know what? I'm wrong there. It'll do 4K at 60 frames per second. It'll do 1440 at 120 frames per second. So 1440 is what the Xbox X pushed out. Not the Xbox Series X, but the Xbox X. it pushed a max of 1440, and it looked. I mean, it did look spectacular on this TV, but so it doesn't have the 2.1 HDMI's, but unless you're going for that 120 frames per second as a competition gamer or something, you really don't need it. I mean, it'll be fine without it. You're not going to notice a big difference. You're going to notice that the picture is a lot more detailed in the newer games because this TV does a beautiful job of 4K in gaming. It really does. So I think it does 4K at 60 frames per second, but not 120. So, I mean, you will still take advantage of it in the variable refresh rate and the FreeSync. You just won't have the 120 frames per second, which is not a big deal. Honestly, you're not going to notice unless you're like super heavy into gaming or you hook up a PC to it, the game. Um, but anyway, this TV is worth revisiting. It's great. It's got tons of apps. It's got all the apps I need, like Apple TV. The Spectrum was really important to me. I got my Spotify, Pluto. Pluto is awesome, by the way. You need to try it. But it is a very, very good TV. So if you can pick one up, I mean, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best Samsung TVs beside the Q90R. But if you find a Q90R, chances are you're going to be paying double what you would pay for this TV anyway. But anyway, this is Ken Apocalypse. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more for you next time.